What's up, guys? It's your boy Ty. Today I am coming at you with episode 2 of our MCU reviewed series. If you haven't seen episode 1, go check it out. But for those of you that are new around here, this series is just basically reviewing each MCU movie in release order one by one movie per video, and we're going to be reviewing them and having a live ranking. So with each video that we go through, once we review the movie, we're going to place it in the ranking to see where it fits among the movies that we've already reviewed. Two really quick things. One that's kind of cool. It is movie related. Yesterday, I just met Metro Boomin. I was with my cousin. We were in the city. The reason I'm sharing this is because it is movie related. He just made the Spider-Verse album, for the movie, which was a great album. He was a super nice guy, so shout out to him. Second thing, I'm going to try to keep this video a little bit more uncut, a little more unedited. I know that I already know this isn't going to be a very popular video on my channel. So with that being said, I'd rather just kind of test it out on this video just to see what's going to happen. But yeah, let's just keep it going. Just to give you guys some context of how much experience I have with this movie, I've had Letterboxd about 2 years. I haven't logged this movie once. I've probably seen it about 2 times in my whole life. But yeah, like I said, I haven't seen it in the past 2 years at least. And then I just had a fresh watch earlier in the day today for the first time in a while. Alright guys, I'm just going to get right into this review. And I hate to kind of spoil my live ranking that we have going here, especially going forward. But this is the worst MCU movie to me. About an hour and 10 minutes in, this movie's an hour and 52 minutes, I think. I actually took about a half-hour break to go play Madden because I was that bored, and I was literally just at my absolute breaking point with this movie. You don't even understand. Guys, you have no idea. I literally hate people that stop a movie halfway through and then complete it the next day or whatever. But I was just so bored and just I just was so frustrated because I was oh my god, I can't believe I have to watch this movie again so that I can make this review. I mean, now that I've laid the foundation, we could get into the good aspects of this movie. There's some moderate fights in this. The CGI looks okay for 2008. Yeah, that's kind of it for me, honestly. See, I think the biggest problem with this movie, in a way, is that it feels like it doesn't even fit into the MCU, and that's kind of what everyone says. But on top of that, I feel like even if this movie wasn't in the MCU, no one would remember it. No one would care about it. And I know that the Hulk is a popular character, but I don't think this movie would be clinging on to the popularity of the MCU like it does right now if it wasn't connected to it. No one would remember this movie, literally. See, I had to take a second to think about why I don't like this movie. First of all, it's just boring. I mean, the second act is just such a mess. Liv Tyler and Edward Norton's relationship is just so, God, they just don't fit together. And they're two of the most bland characters ever. See, I think that where it starts for me with what I don't like about this movie is that I just am not a fan of the character of the Hulk. So regardless of how good this movie was, I still don't think I'd like it as much as everybody else does, because I think it's just boring to have a superhero where, yeah, I know people like him, but his only unique characteristic is that he's just strong and then he just smashes things. Doctor Strange can open portals, Iron Man can fly, he could shoot lasers, that's it. And then when we look at even Abomination, who's in the same movie as Hulk, at least I could say Abomination has spikes on him, so he could stab people too. That makes him slightly cooler to me. But guys, the Hulk literally just walks around and just hits things. I don't know how that's exciting. Whenever I see reviews on this movie, I see people talking about, yeah, it's not that good, but it has a really great final battle. I think the final battle is fine. I don't think it's that good, as good as everyone says it is. It's kind of just punching back and forth, two big, strong monstrosities, guys. I literally do not want to talk about this movie. You don't even understand. If we're talking about the actors that we have here, we have some decent star power. I mean, we have Edward Norton, Tim Roth, Liv Tyler. These are established actors. I mean, in case you couldn't tell, I prefer Tim Roth in Reservoir Dogs. I prefer Edward Norton in Fight Club. I prefer Liv Tyler in Lord of the Rings. I really like them outside of this project, but inside of The Incredible Hulk, in this movie, God, I just am not a fan of them at all. The casting of Edward Norton's kind of weird because obviously he was recast, and I think that's one of the main reasons that this movie's kind of the black sheep of the MCU, because the thing is, let's just say you recast a side character like Rhodey, it's not that big of a deal, but with the Hulk, he's the main character. You're recasting the main character of your movie. That kind of throws some people off. This movie kind of just feels like it has no plot. Yeah, I get that, Bruce Banner is trying to get away from, the military or whatever, and, Ross is trying to catch him, but Oh, I don't know how to explain it. It literally is just boring. I don't have any like intense like filmmaking terms that I could use to describe this. No, I'm just sitting there like bored out of my mind like Jesus Christ, can we get on with this already? I know that as of recently with MCU Phase 4, like humor has become a problem with the MCU, but every MCU movie, even the darkest, have still been funny, whether you think it or not. Some aspects, some jokes have been funny, some scenes have been funny. While watching this, I counted 2 jokes. Not 2 jokes that made me laugh, 2 jokes. This movie takes itself so unbelievably seriously. It's insane. And that's the thing, because in a way, you might as well just commit to like having it be serious. But there's like one scene where all of a sudden there's like this funny cab ride where the driver's, riding around all crazy and they're like, whoa, this is a crazy cab ride. And then there's another one early on. Honestly, I don't even remember it, but I do remember that there was just 2 jokes. In an hour and 52 minutes, if you're going to have 2 jokes, you might as well just have 0. But like I said, I think that's another reason why it just doesn't fit into the grand scheme of the MCU. And I'm not asking it to be connected, but like, have a little fun. Speaking of fun, I think that's just what it comes down to with this movie. Nothing in it is exciting. Nothing in it like feels energetic. If I had to choose something I like, I mean, Tim Roth I like Tim Roth. I think that he's pretty good when he's not the Abomination and he's kind of just still like his human form. You've got a lot of stupid moments in this film as well. Like, you've got a point where the entire military is just like lighting the Hulk up with bullets from like normal ARs or whatever. And you'd think that after like 30 seconds of shooting bullets at him, you'd stop and say, this isn't working. But no. Then Tim Roth's character runs up to him in the middle of the field. I'm talking about that like sequence in the middle, like the only exciting sequence besides the end battle. He runs up to him, starts jumping around. He's shooting at him like point blank range with a pistol. Does he think this is gonna like do damage? These bullets are bouncing off of him. He has a pistol too. It's not even an AR. It's like a pistol. Like, what are you gonna be? Oh my god, this movie's just such a joke. Yeah, going back to the whole Hulk thing, like I said, I think the Hulk literally, even past this movie, might be my least favorite MCU hero. Do I hate him? No, but I just think he's just boring. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I think I really might just cut this one short today. I hate to make it seem like this is like some low effort video, but I just hate this movie. And getting onto the rankings, in case you can't guess, yes, this is going to be behind Iron Man. My score will show up on the screen because I have to think about what I'm going to rate this. Like I said, this is a rough one. Like, I'm literally frustrated and bored. I'm almost bored making this review because of how much I just hate this movie. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys stick around because we have much better movies coming up. I just have nothing to say about this. It's just garbage. I hope all of you have a great day. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. We're growing at such a great rate. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Okay, my turn. I am the Hulk. I am Abomination. Oh, I'm the Hulk. I'm so sad. I don't know how to defend myself. My